Alright, so giving this guy a rematch here. Gotta do that. So one of my favorite unorthodox but not very good defenses again here is black, the Nimzovich defense. So queen d4 is the main line. He's not going to play it. Okay, a little pawn sack for development. Probably a good idea. Alright, let's take up the challenge, as they say. I could play bishop g4, but then bishop b5 comes, and I don't think I really like that. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to hang out of that guy. Probably something like h4 here is a decent move for white. I'm not sure. Try to kick this knight again. Probably force me into playing h5. So now my main goal is to get developed. If I can, I'm just going to push e5. And then then I should have a decent position, I think. So I think he needs to try to stop e5 here, if possible. Something like queen d4 looks good. Still. If he plays bishop b5, okay, so he didn't. So okay, so now e5. Okay, so this is a good move. If I play e5, he can do en passant. I'll end up with a weak pawn. I think I'm going to do that. So I'll give back the pawn if I need to. I'll take the isolated pawn. I'll still be up a pawn. It'll take him a couple moves to get it back. If not, I think I can just kind of develop here in comfort. Okay, so he didn't want it. Looks good to me. Bishop e7. I'm just going to, put my knight on f6 and castle. Maybe bishop c5 check was better. Developing with a tempo probably makes more sense. The only thing is I don't like playing knight f6 and having to deal with this pin. Although I guess I could always just play h6 and deal with that. Alright, so is there something tactical happening here? Is there something tactical happening? He wants to try to get in, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe bishop f7? Or some sort of knight g5. I don't see what's happening here. I don't see any real threats. Threat for me now would be just to simply play to queen c5 and pick up this bishop. So he's got to do something concrete here, because otherwise he's just down 2 pawns. So his big asset here is he's got to lead in development. But again, he's got to make it count. So he's definitely down on some time. And I'm probably a better 1-minute player than I am a 3-minute player, so I'm happy with this. It's okay, so he guards the bishop. Okay, so I think this is just winning for me now. I don't see any real problems. Queen b6, if he plays here, I'll just play here. Got to be a little careful, maybe knight a4. Okay, so he can have that c7 pawn. I don't care. He could probably actually play rook to b1 here and trap my queen. So I'm actually getting in a little bit of trouble. Yeah, so okay. So this makes sense. What to do? I don't see much to do other than to take it. So again, now I'm just going to try to flag him. Okay, gotta save that. The problem is his knight, well, okay. His knight's not really bend, is it? So, or it's not trapped. Well, his knight is trapped, so let's be a little careful. You can always play something like knight a6 here to get it out. So again, two terrible games in a row. I think I'm going to win them both, so not anything I'm particularly proud of here, but you do what you got to do. So now here I can always play e4. I don't see any back rank tricks. No back rank tricks. So okay, I think I'm just going to win on time here. This isn't going to work for him. The knight's protecting the bishop, so no problems. If he plays queen c4, I've got bishop e6. Alright, so I have plenty of time to think here. Could always play bishop f3, and if he takes, I can just take the knight. Maybe that's best, just to get some more material off. I think that's what I'm going to go for here. Doesn't really matter, right, at this point. So, would actually be kind of an interesting game now because we've both got rooks, and I've got these 3 minor pieces against the queen. So it would actually be a really interesting game in this here. I think I would definitely take my position for sure. I think it looks a lot better for me. I don't see where his counterplay is going to come from. So, again, 2 terrible games, but that's Blitz.